shot. Got it! What a catch. He's gone, yes! That is one beautiful
Big shout, and he's been given.
Oh, he was gone for all money.
Oh, he's got it, dropped him.
Hello and welcome to the Gabba for highlights of this Benson Hedges World Series match between the West Indies and Sri Lanka. An important match for both sides. The points table looks like this. Australia have won 4 from 4. They're on 8 points. Sri Lanka are on 2 points, having played 3 matches. The West Indies on 2, having played 5 matches. So a very important match for both Sri Lanka and the West Indies to see who will play Australia in those finals. For the Sri Lankan team, that's how it looks. Aravinda De Silva is the captain. Haturu Singh and Jayarasiya will open the batting. Gurusingha in the side. Tilakaratne, Mahanama provide a pretty strong batting lineup. And then Vikramasinghe, Murali Dhiran and Munu Singha in the side with Shaminda Vas. Give them quite a strong bowling lineup as well. For the West Indies, the 4-prong pace attack will probably play its part in this match. Sri Lanka having some problems with that in Hobart. Richie Richardson is the captain. Phil Simmons, Sherwin Campbell at the top of the order. Carl Hooper in very good form after his match down in Sydney. And Roger Harper, Otis Gibson, Courtney Brown, Ian Bishop, Ambrose and Walsh. So a very vital match out there. We've had some rain here in Brisbane. It will probably be a little bit of life in the wicket. It was interesting to see Aravinda De Silva, the Sri Lankan captain, win the toss and elect to bat. We'll yet to see whether that decision will be the correct one. We pick up play in the first over. It's no wicket for no run. Curtly Ambrose is the bowler. He's bowling to Haturu Singha, and in the commentary position, Tony Gregg and Ian Chappell.
Got him, caught behind. What a good start to the West Indies. That one was short outside off stump. He's let the first 2 go through to the keeper, and Haturu Singha decided that he was going to go for that one. It actually bounced quite a long way, hit it to around about shoulder height, and a big deflection and caught behind.
Just wondering what happens here with Courtney Brown. He does a bit of hobbling after he actually takes the catch. I wonder if he trod on his own toe. No, it doesn't look like it. But there you see him just hop away from his position as he takes the catch. Curtly Ambrose picking up the first wicket. And Sri Lanka are 1 for none.
Asanka Gurusingha. He's one of the in-form Sri Lankans.
Yes, the Sri Lankans making a change there, pushing Haturu Singha up to the top of the order, but that hasn't worked. Curtly Ambrose made sure of that, getting rid of him for a duck. Good bounce there. And Courtney Brown, just watch him there as he hops away. Maybe it was because he didn't want to hop on his teammate's foot. Bangs into Carl Hooper.
Oh, he's got it into the gap. He plays the ball through that area pretty well once he gets going. So the ball slowing up in this very heavy outfield. It's going to be one of the problems here today. It's beautiful and lush, and in the normal course of events it's very quick, but the truth of the matter is that they probably haven't had the mowers out there as much as they'd liked, and it's also pretty damp. Oh, well bowled. A little bit of bounce there, and again I think that must have moved away because it looked as if there might have been a bit of deflection, but it probably came from the pitch.
Courtney Walsh on that occasion getting very good bounce, just short of a length.
Oh, and again that one right in the heart. Now that's not good news. He's going down. Now that really would have hurt. I don't think he's got any protection on there, but he may have a bit on in a while. That's hit him right under the heart. It's Gurusingha just arriving there now to try and help his mate. It's not a good feeling being hit under the heart.
Looked as though that one cut back off the pitch. Once again, the ball bounced quite sharply. Just got the gloves and then into the rib cage.
Jayasuriya out. He eventually decided, well, give me that chest pad. I need that, and I'm going to strap it right around that area. That's where the ball hit him. Oh, he's hit him again. Good bowling, actually. 1 for 11.
The West Indians really throwing themselves into the work at the moment. Curtly Ambrose and Courtney Walsh realising they need to take early wickets, and they are fired up. There's a big edge straight to Carl Hooper at first slip. That's another wicket gone. Beautiful piece of bowling by Curtly Ambrose. He drew Guru Singh into the drive and just succeeded in getting the edge, and Carl Hooper did the rest at first slip.
That's good bowling from Curtly Ambrose. 2 down for 12 now, and Ambrose has worked up good pace. Nice line, just going away from the left-hander. A good catch, just like well, catching flies, shelling peas, whatever you like. 2 for 12.
Aravinda De Silva is the new batsman for Sri Lanka. He's about to come out and face some pretty hostile bowling from the West Indies. Curtly Ambrose at the moment has 2 for 8. He's into his 4th over, 4 of which are wides. This was a beautiful delivery with which he got Guru Singh.
It was neatly taken by Carl Hooper. Comes in an awkward position there where it's round about shoulder height. You make up your mind whether you're going to take it the fingers pointing out or have them pointing up to the sky, which is the way Carl Hooper did it.
Good shot. It's going down. That'll beat Courtney Walsh at deep fine leg. So Aravinda De Silva is going to do the right thing here. If the ball's there to be hit, he's going to play his shots. Ambrose giving him some width on the leg stump, and he just drop-kicked it away.
Plays that stroke very well. Ambrose will be kicking himself for having provided the opportunity there.
There's a colourful character, got the whistle, the West Indian colours on. This is going to be out.
Brown. Well,
He's taken
umpire
it.
says yes, and Jayasuriya has to go.
A nasty delivery once again from Courtney Walsh. Up around the shoulder area. There is a rule, if it's above shoulder height, it can be deemed a no ball. Umpire McQuillan at square leg, quite happy with it. He was quite right. Up into the rib cage, and Courtney Brown did the work behind the stumps. The 3rd wicket falls for Sri Lanka. They are 3 for 17. Roshan Mahanama is the new batsman for Sri Lanka. There's a high score of 119. It really hasn't provided any runs for his side in this tournament to date. He's been given an opportunity down the order in this match.
Well, not for long. He's gone, so it's 4 down. Mahanama goes. Ambrose has another one, and this is, well, not quite a disaster, but it's approaching those proportions.
Aravinda De Silva put his side in. Curtly Ambrose came out, sensed there would be a great opportunity, and he's making the most of it. He's bowled some wides, but the majority of time he's getting the ball in exactly the right place, getting it to move up the seam. Very difficult to hit those deliveries anywhere behind the wicket. So he's gone, Mahanama. 2nd duck of the tournament. Shakes his head. There's not a lot you can do about those. It was beautifully bowled. Sri Lanka in all sorts of problems. 4 for 19. Well, it'd be a mad scramble down in the dressing room at the moment for pads and gloves, and quite a bit of panic going on as Hashan Tilakaratne comes in.
That moved away nicely. He had to play at it. There's always the chance the ball could have come in from outside the off stump. So it wasn't one you could leave alone. But you might also have a glance at the footwork and wonder if it was all that would be desired.
Courtney Walsh just showing that he might have strained something in his lower back. The wicket does appear to be quite dry out there in the footmarks. There is some sawdust at either end for the bowlers, but it's the run-ups that are a problem for them. Ambrose and Walsh have done the trick for the West Indies, but just after the 2nd last ball of that over, the previous over from Courtney Walsh, this is the last ball of the over, he left the ground quite uncomfortable. Just have him bowl this delivery. Fields it, and you can just see the grimace there. He is in quite a good deal of trouble.
First couple of overs, Sri Lanka is trying to get some sort of a rhythm. In the meantime, those 4 red dots indicate wickets. Successes for the West Indies.
Immediately a little bit of outswing there for Bishop, and that's well played by Aravinda de Silva. He saw the ball going, delayed his shot, and when he realised that he was in a bit of trouble, kept going with the shot and hit it over cover.
Well controlled shot by Aravinda de Silva. To the pitch, but wide.
And that'll be a catch for someone. Fine leg. Yes, he's got it. So Aravinda de Silva attempting to play the pull shot, attempted to drag it from way outside the off stump. He's got a top edge, and Otis Gibson down at fine leg took an easy catch.
Celebrations for the West Indies. They've gotten the 5th wicket. Bishop just short, and de Silva trying to get it to backward square leg, top edge. Otis Gibson finally getting under it. A bit of a wobble, but successful. Bishop and captain having a good time. Sri Lanka 5 for 33.
And at number 7 is Romesh Kaluwitharana, the wicketkeeper batsman. Surprising that his career average is only 11.1. He's got a lot of talent with the bat.
Ian Bishop just getting his wicket here. Otis Gibson a little bit of a bobble, a bit lower than he would want. Successful in the end.
Aravinda de Silva there trying to hoik it from outside off stump, trying to get it in the air, and that's the problem when you're trying to hit the pull shot in the air. If you do mishit it, it generally goes very high, and that gave Otis Gibson plenty of time to get in under it. May have just slipped there a little bit in the wet outfield as he took the catch. And hesitation, trouble at the bowler's end, and Phil Simmons has hit them, and umpire Emerson calls for the replay. Actually, batsman got back pretty quickly, Kaluwitharana, but whether it was quick enough, we'll have to wait and see.
Phil Simmons seems to be very certain that this is already out. Let's play with the pad and the bat. Great hesitation. Simmons swoops and throws. The ball is on its way. It hits the stump now. He's run out by at least 18 inches.
There's the bad news for the wicketkeeper batsman, Kaluwitharana, and he has run out, continuing his awful trot in these games. He was run out in the last match at Belrive. More his own fault on that occasion. Tilakaratne there actually called him for a start, then sent him back, and even with the dive he couldn't get close. Terrific throw from Phil Simmons, and it's now 6 for 34. Well, the lowest one-day score ever is 43, scored by Pakistan against the West Indies, with Charminder Vas now coming to the wicket at the fall of number 6. There's not a lot of batting to come.
And we've got another mix-up here with it. Oh, well, if that had hit the stumps, that would have been out as well, but it's now gone down to the boundary, towards the boundary for overthrows. Well, they're getting themselves in a dreadful tangle. 5 runs off that over. 6 for 41.
Glorious stroke. First wide delivery of the half volley, and he punches at the outfield slow, racing towards the ropes, and it doesn't. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. So a good boundary, good effort. They were frightened to go too hard because of the slow outfield. 4 off the over, 6 for 45. He hit it well. The outfield very wet. We had 2 players the tall and the short chasing, just a little bit frightened to go. He gets it back well enough. The ball just trickles into the rope. And Chanderpaul immediately singles 4. No hesitation there at all.
A good shot. It's a very good drying ground, the Gabba. Normal run of events, that would have stopped very, very quickly. As it is, they've got 4 forwards.
He missed him. Phil Simmons beat the outside edge, drew the edge, and unfortunately Courtney Brown couldn't hold on to it.
Bisecting the slip, and the wicketkeeper should have taken that by his standards, Courtney Brown.
That's where the wickets fell, and as you can see, it had an alarming effect on the run rate. Big appeal for caught behind, and he's gone inside edge, so Otis Gibson gets the breakthrough for Richie Richardson. Jaminda Vaz trying to hit that one away over mid-wicket again, just succeeds in getting the inside edge, and Courtney Brown takes another very good catch behind the wicket.
Exactly what I was suggesting all the time. Otis Gibson is probably one of the more attacking bowlers. Here, Jaminda Vaz just getting an inside edge, and Courtney Brown taking bootstrap catch. Another one, 4 catches now for Courtney Brown. Sri Lanka in better position than they were before, though, 7 for 77.
Manjula Munasinghe is a new batsman for Sri Lanka. He's out there to join Tilakaratne, who's on 24 not out. His side is 7 for 77. Right arm medium pace bowler. And, hasn't really played enough matches to get an idea of how well he can bat, but he is in there as a result of this dismissal. Nice piece of bowling that from Otis Gibson, keeping it straight and reasonably full, and Jaminda Vaz having difficulty getting the bowling away. Sri Lankan's Tilakaratne is out there on 26 not out. Munasinghe on 2. He's gone for a big hit. That's going to beat the man at mid-off and run all the way to the boundary. It's only the 4th boundary of the innings.
Good fight back here by Sri Lanka, 7 for 88. Still not a big score, but there's a bit of movement in this pitch. A swing later on this evening. Wide called for West Indian Sundry's second top score. It's well struck, but there's a man not long off. They may get 2. That's good running. And good evening in Chapel.
Evening, Bill.
Jaminda Vaz, Tilakaratne, and now Munasinghe showing a bit of fight with the bat. It's gone for it. It's right up in the air. The wicketkeeper Brown will take another catch. The wicket for Phil Simmons. That's the end. Munasinghe.
Phil Simmons, I think, thought at one stage that he had to get in there and take the catch, and almost had a collision with the batsman. Munasinghe attempting to lift that over mid-wicket rather than, as he did in the last over, hitting straight. And the top edge went high. Phil Simmons thought that it was his there for a moment, and almost collided there with the non-striker. Eventually, Courtney Brown took it comfortably, and that's the 8th wicket to fall, with the score at 95.
Munasinghe, the ex-batsman, in with an average of 7.6, a strike rate of 74. High score 21 not out. Simmons picks up a wicket. Much needed one for the West Indies as well.
5th catch for Courtney Brown. He's had a couple of good matches lately. Took a couple of screamers at Bell Reeve. This one was a straightforward one.
Almost had 6. A bit of outswing there from Phil Simmons.
Munasinghe attempting to swing over mid-wicket on this occasion, and just got the bottom of the bat on the ball.
Up in the air, over Richardson's head. And they'll pick up 2.
He's a dangerous tail ender, Wickramasinghe, because he does throw the bat around. He's got a good eye and hits the ball quite well. Richie Richardson has now just dropped back outside the circle.
This time it could be out. There's going to be a collision. Oh, what a catch! Distracted by Curtly Ambrose coming in. Roger Harper takes a gem and snatched it out of the air. It was a beautiful effort. Superb catching.
Well, how can he catch that and drop the one off Michael Bevan the other night? That is quite amazing, because I'm sure that he wasn't looking at the ball. I'm sure that he was worried about a collision with Curtly Ambrose. I'm not surprised, because Curtly's a big man. The ball was perfectly placed in between the two of them, and he definitely was looking at Curtly Ambrose. Didn't make any difference. It went right in the middle of the hand. And Wickramasinghe is gone. It's 9 for 98.
Number 11 at the crease, because Roger Harper's taken a superb catch under pressure, like a head-on collision at one stage. Not only did he take the catch, but he missed Curtly Ambrose as well. It's through the wicket-keeper and could go for 4. Bishop coming around. Does well. Good fielding. Good defensive fielding by the big fast bowler at third man.
Roger Harper has been struggling in the field. This may be the catch that boosts his confidence. Wickramasinghe just skying it between Ambrose and Harper. Harper takes off, sees the big man coming, thinks might be a collision. Not only does he hang on to the catch, but he also avoids Curtly Ambrose. I'm sure that he took his eye off the ball, but didn't make any difference. It went straight in the middle of his hand.
An amazing piece of cricket. See there, the Curtly Ambrose didn't pull out to the last minute. Here he goes. He has a bit of a look. He still catches it. Beautifully balanced, soft hands on that occasion.
Paddy Vorton, where are you?
Nine for 101. Almost 10 really Duran, giving himself plenty of room there. 6 runs off the over. 9 for 101.
Look there at the Queensland Premier on the left. Wayne Goss sitting with the former South African opening batsman Barry Richards.
Really Duran on strike. He's gone, so they bowled him out. All out for 102. Tilkaratne, a magnificent 37 not out under conditions. Really Duran not prepared to hang around. So Richie Richardson and his men bowl out Sri Lanka at 46th over for 102.
Otis Gibson got a good look at the stumps here. Duran just wandering away to the leg side. Otis Gibson just clips the leg stump. So Otis Gibson has been in wicket-taking form in the last couple of matches. He got 5 at Bellerive, and now he's picked up a second one here at the Gabba.
Well, a pretty good performance by the wicketkeeper Brown, taking 5 catches. A good job with the gloves. He certainly improved. He had good form in Hobart. He's continued on here today. That's a very confident performance by the West Indies. After Sri Lanka won the toss, they elected to bat. They've been bowled out at 46th over for 102.
Well, a pretty good effort by the West Indies there on a wicket which did have a lot of life in it. Aravinda de Silva may not have made the correct decision. For the Sri Lankans, that's the way the batting card looked. A duck to start the innings, Haturu Singha, and then hardly anyone getting any runs. Tilakaratne remained not out on 37. Aravinda de Silva scored 10. Shaminda Vas was 14. Apart from that, a pretty dismal side. All out for 102 in 45.2 overs. For the West Indies, they enjoy bowling on these conditions. Curtly Ambrose was absolutely superb. 10 overs, 3 for 20. Courtney Walsh gave him great support, 2 for 19. Otis Gibson picked up 2 wickets as well, 2 for 15 off 8.2 overs. And Bishop and Simmons got a wicket each. So 102 was the score Sri Lanka made. The West Indies should wrap that up pretty easily, although stranger things have happened on a wicket with a little bit of life in it.
There's a start from Phil Simmons. 2 for him, and the target is 103 runs. The asking rate is only 2.06 per over.
Good evening, Richie. Yes, they should coast this. However, strange things happen in this game. Oh, that's a good shot. Beautifully played by Simmons. Just leaning back off the back foot there. He's caressed that one through the covers, and it's gone for 4. Well, that's the only way he knows how. He's an attacking batsman, and in my view, he should continue to play in exactly that fashion. This is a lovely shot.
Might be just what Phil Simmons needs. He's been a bit out of touch. He's been out in unlucky fashion once or twice, but he's that sort of player. He can stand up straight and thump the ball off the back foot away through cover and extra cover.
Very attacking. Had a bit of a bad time of it just lately. Needs a big score.
Oh, dear me. Well, whatever sort of a bad trot he was having, he's extended that now, and he can't blame anyone but himself. Phil Simmons gone to a lovely delivery from Chaminda Vas, swinging back, no stroke offered. A bit of muttering, but that's not going to help him.
Yes, you shouldn't pad up the straight balls. This started on middle and was going to hit middle. And you can see there, as it hit him, you could still see the off stump. So while he eventually got his foot way outside the off stump, that was a good decision by umpire McQuillan. Not a very happy Phil Simmons. One can't blame him for that, I suppose. He's had a bad time of it just lately. So Simmons out, and the score is 1 for 6.
Shivarayan Chanderpaul is the new batsman. Phil Simmons, the man dismissed. Chanderpaul played very well the other day against Sri Lanka down in Hobart at Belrive Oval. Now has the job of combating the left-arm pace bowler Chaminda Vas. This is how Vas took the wicket of Phil Simmons, hitting middle and off.
Got him! No, he's dropped him. That was a huge deflection. It was going straight to slip. But the keeper went across the front of first slip there. And I think he's saying he had it well. I think it probably would be more pertinent to say I might have had it.
It was well bowled, but oh, it was going straight into Tilakaratne's midriff.
That's nicely played again into the gap at extra cover, and this time they'll be looking for 3. The little Sri Lankans are after it. They'll pick it up before it gets to the fence. And they end up getting 3. It's a good shot. He's taken that one from outside off stump and whipped it away down towards the deep at wicket fence. Will it get there? If it does, it will only just get there. Yes, it does. Gives you some idea of the effect the rain's had on this surface. It's been very wet in Brisbane, and of course the outfield as a result is quite slow. There we are. He takes that from way outside off stump, and in fact hits it down and into the gap, and it just made it.
A bird's eye view of the New Walk Gabba from the Stanley Street end, looking towards the new stand and the Vulture Street. Really is a lovely sight. The river in the background. Very big river, the Brisbane River. No, on the bounce, Murali doesn't appeal. The bowler does, but that was a half volley. The bowler got excited, but the fieldsman knew that he didn't catch that. Didn't even make any effort to get excited at all.
Very good sportsmanship by Murali Dhiran. Vikramasinghe thought he had a wicket, but you know as a fielder if you've caught them cleanly or not, and as Bill Laurie mentioned, there was absolutely no reaction from him at all. He just stood up realising that he almost had the catch. You need to have straight arms to be able to catch that one.
Inside edge, racing away, the final edge coming around, won't get it. So frustration for the Sri Lankan side. It was pretty well bowled. Caught the flashing blade, got the inside edge and missed the stumps and raced away for 4.
Taking their chances, the West Indies. Fortune favours the brave.
That is a better shot. It's well struck. Leaning back and crunching it through cover. 7 runs off 2 deliveries. Lifts the West Indian run rate. That's the situation after 10 overs. It's 1 for 41. So nicely timed the on drive. Look for three. Aravinda Silva and Guru Singh are the fieldsmen. The captain gets there first.
That's one of the few places where Sherwin Campbell can hit the ball with any sort of timing if he's looking to play a drive.
Scamper through for single. He throws. He's got him. That's got him. He got him. Yes, Aravinda Silva. Greg Ritchie said they needed something. Well, the captain has delivered in great style.
Well, what a great piece of fielding. Aravinda De Silva takes the wicket of Chanderpaul, who's now limping off the ground. He's had to really try and extend himself there. We've seen some pretty good throwing at the stumps today, but none better than this. He only had one stump to aim at. You see him here, right square side on. McQuillan gets himself into as good a position as he can, and bang. And I tell you what, he doesn't call for the third umpire, and he's got it absolutely spot on. Great piece of fielding, good umpiring. Sri Lanka lose a vital one. 2 for 46.
It's 2 for 46 at the Gabba as Ian Chappell and Colin Croft take up the commentary.
Thanks, Bill. The West Indies skipper at the crease now. There's a slight tear in the hamstring. Said that he did perhaps do a little bit of damage to it at Bell Reeve, but nothing to worry about. And he said he was quite prepared to put up with the pain. And a big shout from the keeper. It seemed to be just delayed slightly, that appeal. It wasn't spontaneous in my book.
The only person here who did not appeal was the man at fine leg. Even the guy at third man appealed. Must have missed about half an inch.
That's well hit, right off the middle. And that's more like Richie Richardson. 2 for 68.
The type of stroke we've become accustomed to seeing Richie Richardson, full flay of the bat, hitting the middle of it, over backward point, and 4.
And caught. Now what's the umpire going to say? No, he's allowed it. Umpire at square leg had a good long look, but he's allowed it. Murali Dhiran has taken a very easy catch.
Well, initially there was some doubt about the height of this, but the umpire kept his hand down. Campbell trying to pull, one-handed in the end. Murali Dhiran taking easy catch eventually, with the presence of mind to try to get a run out if anything was not allowed. West Indies 3 for 68.
Carl Hooper, very much the informed batsman for the West Indies. He and Shivnarine Chanderpaul playing the best of the West Indies at the moment.
Well, there has been a little bit of chat about the possibility of one of these two umpires perhaps having a very well. They're both obviously going to have a good look at this young off spinner who's already been called.
It's a beautiful stroke. Carl Hooper plays spin very well. Didn't get full value for that because of the very damp outfield. Got with his boys, but there are two fielders standing between Watmore and his camera and Murali Dhiran. Perhaps he's moved the one just in front of him so as he can get a better look.
Well, there we go. He's being called, it looks to me, as if umpire Emerson has called him for throwing. So Murali Dhiran now is going to approach the umpire And what's he saying to him? Right, now let's watch his hand here, because I suspect he'll bowl leg spinners from here on in. I think that's probably the plan. Now, Dav Watmore got that one from his position. Well, he's called the second one as well. Now, interesting, just let's have a look. What did he bowl there? Was that an off-spinner? 2 out of 2 he's called. And Watmore has got him on film down at wide mid-on. So this youngster's in trouble again.
That's the leg spinner. Bowled all off spinners up to that moment, and that was a leg spinner.
Right, well, this is the second last ball that was called. Let's watch this one. He comes up again, bowls a off spinner here. You can see him come over there, and up goes the hand. The next ball, so 2 no balls in a row that was. And he's called that one as well. So well, this is dramatic stuff. He's called every off spinner, but he bowled a leg spinner third ball and he didn't call it. Now, if he's sensible, he'll just finish this over bowling leg spinners. Let's have a look. This is the last delivery. So he's called that. That is very similar to the second delivery. So this is possibly the last ball.
This is the leg spinner. Straight out leg break. And that also was a leg break, 3 for 83. 23 overs gone. The target figure is 103. West Indies 3 for 91 at the moment. Cooper 11 and Richardson 13.
Let's watch this call here. Well, he's got it. He's called there. There's been a good crowd in. He's calling the leg break, and really, I have to say it. I feel that umpire Emerson has got it all wrong. Call the off spinner, not the leg spinner. That isn't what I believe is the right thing to do. Shaminder Vas, 1 ball remaining in this over.
Nice stroke, just punched it down through the offside. Nicely timed. Carl Hooper won't go all the way. Missing the fieldsman, 5 runs off the over. At 3 for 96. Murali Dhuran there. Been put under the hammer, I believe, by the Sri Lankan team selection. And so is that man on pitcher now, umpire Emerson, also being tested here tonight. Dropped him. Richie Richardson driving on the up. Munasinger, maybe with a split webbing, is it? Or dislocated thumb. That adds pain. After you drop a catch as well. Sure, it's a nasty one.
Well, I tell you what, I wouldn't be, if I were those players, I wouldn't be trying to pull it back in and grab a hold of it. That can prove very, very bad. He's hit him right on the end of the thumb. That's a terrible injury to happen to a batsman or a bowler. It really just shatters the top joint, and that's not at all good news. Plenty of Sri Lankans in there to help him out. A painful blow. That really does make you feel sick when that happens. He'll find it very difficult to get the ball. Concern there from the West Indies. Let's have a look. It came back pretty smartly to him. Carl Hooper timed it very, very well. In fact, Richie Richardson, and it just gets him, whoa, just clips the top of the thumb. Ouch.
I don't think he actually got in his hands. It was pretty well struck on the full, coming through in the follow through. Out of the hands onto the shoulder, but it was certainly a painful blow. He's back up on his feet. Good effort. Swollen hand. That's over. The man at points, and race out to third man. They'll pick up 2 more. Brings up the 100 for 3. The target is 103 for the West Indies, but there's not a nice feeling here at the Gabba now. The crowd's gone very quiet. The calling of Bresili has put a sour taste in their mouth, regardless of his action, whether it's legal or not. It's well bowled. Good comeback by the bowler, 3 for 100. That's the situation for the West Indies. Don't forget, on Sunday, Australia versus the West Indies at the Gabba. This wicket will still have some life in it, with just tomorrow for the groundsman to get it up for the big clash on Sunday at the Gabba. That's the situation here. 3 runs required. Ratney to bowl what could be the final over. That could be it. That should go at least for 3. Fieldsman trying to close on it, and that's going to be the winning runs for the West Indies. So a very comfortable win by Richie Richardson and his team here, chasing 103. They've only lost 3 wickets. 3 for 104 in the 26th over. And by Emerson, very much in the news tonight. I guess tomorrow in the daily newspapers as well.
Well, a pretty easy win there for the West Indies, just 3 wickets down to make the 104. Good batting by Sherwin Campbell at the top with 34, got them off to a good start. Shandapal run out by a good piece of fielding by De Silva, and then Richardson and Carl Hooper got them through. Just 3 wickets down for the Sri Lankans. The bowling, well, it was surrounded by controversy once again. Shamin Nawaz picked up 2 wickets, 2 for 24 off 10, bowled very well, quite quickly on occasions tonight, but Murali was called for no bowling on 7 occasions once again, 3 times in fact when he bowled the leg spinner, so that was quite unlucky for him. Not much else to speak about in the bowling department. They never had enough runs. Curtly Ambrose was the man of the match for the West Indies. He bowled very, very well indeed, and that leaves the points table looking like this. Australia at the top on 8 points. The West Indies now move into second place, overtaking Sri Lanka. They're on 4, and leaving Sri Lanka on 2. Australia take on the West Indies here on Sunday at the Gabba. The match is sold out, promises to be a great match. The 2 sides had a great game at Sydney just recently. We'll hope we'll see another repeat of that. But until then, on behalf of the wide world of sports team, I wish you a very good night.